Bum 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 bum. What's up, guys? It's Deepak here from Pearl Lemon, and I want to talk today specifically to you about how to actually start a digital marketing agency. I know there's some of you guys that are watching, whether it's on YouTube or Six Figure Agency Secrets, are interested in just the process and the journey. So just to give you a little insight, I'm at my mom's place right now. I made myself some Indian tea. I'm feeling quite pleased with myself, and I'm here looking after our cat, Tommy, who I bought from Gumtree for. I haven't got him. It cost £100 actually. He's like one of those Felix cats with the whiskers, white kind of nose, and then black face. So pretty on the eye. So hey guys, so just to kind of briefly bring you up to speed as to where I'm at with that, I currently I founded Pearl Lemon, the SEO agency. Then there's Pearl Lemon Leads, which is a lead generation agency. That's with a partner. And then the third agency that I'm just in the midst of exploring is Pearl Lemon Convert, which is going to focus on CJO, customer journey optimization, and CRO, conversion rate optimization. There's also Doxify, which I'm in the midst of founding with a friend of mine who's a software developer. He's just about to sack off his job. His last day, I think, is on Monday, in fact, I think even, and then he's like full time for the next 6 months building Doxify. So it's a serious thing. And then there are some other things that I'm fooling around with. So I guess why I'm telling you all of that stuff is because I think that there's, a particular way or a particular vision, which is what I want to focus upon today. A vision of, what is it that you want from an agency that you build? What is it that you're trying to do? What is it that you're trying to achieve? I think that some people come into an agency or growing an agency and they don't always necessarily give it proper thought as to what it is that you want to do with your time and what is it that you want to achieve. So some of the things that were really important to me were I didn't want to interrupt, the kind of life that I wanted to live. I've got, for example, an ultra marathon next Saturday. I think it's going to be like a 100K run. And that involves like training a lot. Yesterday I did like a 65K bike, and then I did like a 23K run or something. Today I'm going to do another like 23K run. So I spend a lot of time doing stuff that isn't, for example, of course, running the agency. Equally, I get a lot of tattoos. So I might have like a midday week getting a tattoo. And of course, there's these several companies that have separate partners that I'm all trying to grow. So I guess what you need to think about when you build an agency is to think intentionally about what is it that you want to have. So in my instance, for example, one of the things that was really big for me was that I don't want to have to meet anybody, right? I don't want to have sit downs. I don't want to have face to faces, and I don't necessarily want to have an in-office team. So with those components in mind, it practically meant a couple of things. Number one, if you don't want to meet anybody, right, then you have to figure out, this is the key bit, you have to figure out what it's going to take for you to get paid without meeting anybody. So what is the process involved of someone sending you, for example, our biggest clients pay us £5,000 a month, okay? So what is it going to entail that somebody can send you £5,000 a month after having met you online a couple of weeks back, right? That's question number one, okay? Question number two is, how are you going to build trust with a business that's going to pay you £5,000, right? And how are you going to then also build trust with a team to execute at a £5,000 level, okay? So there's all of these considerations that come into play, all of these things that, become meaningful. So with all of those pieces in mind, you also then have to think about what do I want? Do I want freedom of time? Do I want, a office? Do I want employees? Like, what do I want? I originally partnered with a friend of mine and we had a different vision for the business. He wanted to build in-office employees, come in, with a suit and probably present a different, he's a different guy to me. I am sitting in my mum's kitchen and drinking a cup of Indian tea. It's going to go cold. So a couple of factors go into stuff like that, right? Number one, the more you are a public figure, the better your agency is going to do as a result. Okay, like fact, just it's fact. The more you're going to succeed, the more you're going to win. Why? Because when you put a face to a business, you trust anything more, right? Movie stars are bigger than the movies, right? This is not a new concept, but people are still not kind of doing it enough, okay? Dwayne Johnson is bigger than Hobbs and Shaw. It's Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham that carry Hobbs and Shaw. It was originally Vin Diesel that carried Fast and Furious, and then Dwayne Johnson came in, and the guy streams, the guy tweets. So think about that, right? Think about what that means for your business. And guys, don't get me wrong, I've got a shit ton of videos, and I'm not like a YouTube influencer. Most of my videos don't really rank that well. I mean, they don't do terribly, but they're not, I'm by no means considered to be a YouTube expert. So why is it that I still do this, right? Number one, clients trust you or prospects trust you because they can see you. Number two, it gives you basically a direct competitive advantage when you're being compared against any of your actual competitors. Number three, we've won a bucket of awards, and I think part of it is the fact that we put ourselves out there and we put our results out there, right? Number four, think about the actual sales environment, right? When you're an MD or when you're a marketing director or managing director, and you're being put a bunch of SEO firms on your table by the intern or by the marketing associate, or you're looking yourself, right? People might broadly say the same thing, right? Maybe they do. What are you going to do with SEO, for example, right? We're going to rank you on Google, we're going to build backlinks, and we're going to do technical SEO. The fundamentals, just like marathon running, just like any business, they don't change massively unless you're trying to do something wild, okay? So what they do is they look for patterns of differentiation. So in this case, it'd be like videos. It would be the content that you put out. So that's such a huge thing, okay? And the reason I want to focus upon that today and then move on to other components, right? Such as, what you can do for lead gen, client calls, sales, finding a team, and all of these things that we're going to talk about, okay, is because my brand that I'm building personally, and the brand of Pearl Lemon, is something that I'm setting up for the future, okay? So Agency One, Pearl Lemon, which is the SEO agency, built itself a pretty strong brand, okay? We generate a lot of traffic via SEO. And do you know what that means? Because of the brand building and because we've got a shed load of videos. Agency 2, Pearl Lemon Leads, which I co-founded, okay, and we'll talk about, agency structures and why I've done that. It's growing so much quicker than Agency 1 because it's got all its branding behind it. We already generate leads. I can already generate referrals, right? Business number 3 that I'm trying to explore now, Pearl Lemon Convert, is it's a punt I'm taking with another guy that's come in who's a sector specialist, and he is going to have the leverage of the entire brand growth and everything that we built. And also, guys, whatever you do in life, right? You might have other interests, other hobbies. These videos and your brand is going to help you do absolutely anything that you want, right? Dwayne Johnson carries his audience with him. You should build your own audience and carry that with you. So that's why I'm so big on you building your brand. That's why I'm doing, this stream. It's why I think it's something that you should really think about. So I'm going to jump into the Facebook group to see if anyone's leaving some comments or what's going down. Give me a second, guys. Let me just have a look. Okay, cool. So James is in here. I've got my one commenter. Let's have a look, James. 3:30 committed to this. Great. Yeah. So James Moore and James Let, you're both commenting, guys. So yeah, 100% of our deals we close remotely, right? 100% of them. I don't meet people. I never wanted to meet people, and that was one of the reasons why I thought, well, I need to get on. I want to be on video. I want people to trust me. I've had people that have sent me. I've been on a chat with Andy and Mike. I won't name the company, but it was like maybe a third or fourth phone call. They found out from me via LinkedIn and these fucking videos that I was doing. I was like, "Hey guys," and I was, "What's up?" And I'm not I'm not a suited and booted guy. And they ended up sending me £5,000 when they were in the pub. They were in the pub, right? After work, because they had a day job. They were like they are IT contractors. So like those things are possible, and it means that you attract a particular kind of clientele. You tend to attract either newer businesses, or you attract businesses that understand the digital age. And the traditional companies, maybe they, require a little bit of a different process. And we're trying to go into that space right now. We're doing service level agreements, NDAs, and pitch slide decks, and a lot of these other things. But to get to your first, 10, 20 grand a month, guys, I promise you that what everybody kind of knows about, and we'll go into the mechanics of it, is that, right, I need to apply for jobs on Upwork, or I need to, cold call, cold email, LinkedIn lead gen, like use a bot, la-di-da. Like everyone's doing the same, broadly doing the same. So what is it that you can do to differentiate yourself? If you want to get paid remotely, if you want to work remotely, if you don't want to meet your clients, if you want it to be, guys, start building your personal brand. It's going to help you. Start putting your content that you've got out of your world, to the world. It's going to help you. So, that is really, if you're committed to building a business. And by the way, some of you in here might be like, right, I want to build something else. I want to build whatever I want to build. My hope for the Pearl Lemon Group, because that's what I'm building, is that it's going to give me the platform to move into different markets. Okay, it's going to give me a base to go out and do what the fuck I want, because that's basically the whole idea. I ordered our own hat, like I think they're called a snapback, and the actual cap, as well as like a hoodie, because maybe we're going to start selling our fucking brand on clothing. I'm thinking of starting an e-commerce store and being like, right, guys, Pearl Lemon is a certain kind of business. We work with a certain kind of entrepreneur, young, smart, very fucking switched on people. And building that brand and building that base gives you the ability to go out and do many other things from that platform. Right, many other things from that platform. I look at agencies, and some of these agencies probably, I don't know, people state the numbers they state. They might be like, oh, I'm doing $1 million, but then there's heavy head count. There's no big real brand behind it, and all of these things, right? Our brand growth has led to Adidas contacting us. Our brand growth has led to 40% of our inquiries being inbound and organic, and our brand growth has helped us close like a fuck ton more deals. So I promise you, and I'd say that, personal and company brand growth will ensure longevity. Okay. And I'm actually in the game of longevity and not in the game of revenue. Okay. If I wanted to solely make revenue, I would focus even more aggressively on lead gen, on scaling, and trying to get bigger and more complex clients, and all of this kind of stuff. But what I want to do is be able to move into markets, right, using the brand platform that we build, right, and also we got an offer for sale just because of the brand that we built, £700,000. Okay, I got, made an offer for the business of 700,000, which isn't, but it was for the brand, right? It was for the brand and the model that we're building. And that's what I say to you, and why it's critically important that you focus on some of these unique differentiators, because that's the stuff that a lot of other people aren't talking about. They're like, right, create, and it depends, of course, what you want to do. If you want to build an agency and then kind of move on, then also great. As you can hear from the stuff I'm trying to do, that a lot of that stuff is involved. So I hope that makes sense. I have really discussed a primary theme of building your brand, of building your company brand. And I would say that that's kind of a first step in a whole extended strategy. So I hope that makes sense, guys. If you've got any more questions, do let me know, and I'll come back to you with another video later on in the week. Bye.